boundary migration. In the previous class, I have explained about the rural and urban migration. So in this topic, we have learned how the population was migrated in Maharashtra. So sugarcane cutters in Maharashtra. So through which that example, we have understand that the migration was taken place, how the migration was taken place in Maharashtra. So actually, according to the census data report, every fourth person is migrant in India. It means 25% of the people were migrant. One fourth of the population was a migrant in India. So sugarcane cutters in Maharashtra. So through this example, we have understand how the migration was took place in India. So actually, the Maharashtra is one of the largest producer of sugar. Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar. These states, sugarcane cultivation is high, and sugar industries are high in these three states. Maharashtra is one of the largest producer of sugar. So 180 cooperative sugar factories are there in Maharashtra. So in 1970s, the Koyna Dam was constructed in Maharashtra. That is helpful to the sugar. That is helpful to provide the irrigation to the sugar fields. So after the construction of Koyna Dam, the large area was come under the sugarcane cultivation. In Maharashtra, sugarcane production was increased. At the same time, sugar industries, cooperative industries also largely established in Maharashtra. So at the time of these all are located in western side of the Maharashtra. So the seasonal migration took place from central Maharashtra to western Maharashtra. The people was migrated from central Maharashtra to western Maharashtra. So according to the data, nearly 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs 50,000 the people were migrated from central Maharashtra to east Maharashtra for sugarcane cutters. These are the sugarcane cutters. So along with the families, 2 lakhs the 6 to 14 year aged children also migrated along with their families to work in the fields of sugar industries, sugar cutting. They are doing sugar cutting works. So how they have accommodated and where they have to live. Seasonally, they are living 3 to 4 months. They did work, and later they went to their native places. So they reached to the east Maharashtra. Then the owners of the sugarcane producers, as well as the sugarcane industrial owners, who were provide the empty places they provide the places near the near the fields, and they provide the workers were provided to bamboo mats and poles and other requirements. So by that, these workers, sugarcane cutters, were made the clusters with small huts. These are called as clusters. These are called as the kopis, means small huts. So these two kopis are two types, divided into two types. One is tire center and gadi center. Gadi center means 50 to 100 copies. 50 to 100 copies. So together we have called as the Gadi center. What is called as the tire center? So tire center means nothing but the group of copies, means clusters. So tire center means 200 to 500 copies included. We have called as the tires. Like that they are accommodated, but these copies were cramped. They lived under the unhygienic conditions. They lived along with the animals like bullock carts and sheep, etc. Their living conditions are difficult, even though for their livelihood they have to live along with the animals. So they are cramped. They lived in the cramped copies, clusters. So their working conditions. So when they have to start the work and how they have to do the work means now I will tell you. So they started work early morning. So all family members along with their children, they moved towards the sugarcane fields and started their work. So within a day they have to cut the sugar canes 1.5 tons. So each ton the owner was given to each person 80 to 100 rupees given to the worker by the owners of the fields. So 80 to 100 rupees so given to workers by the owners. Okay. So like that they end up morning. They are working in the early morning. They started, and men and women. So they cut the sugar canes and remove the leaves and put it on the ground. Then the children was collected all the sugar canes and they made the pile, and also they tied and made the bundles. And then after men and women they put it all the bundles on the carts, okay, the bullock carts. So then men drive the bullock cart and reach to the sugarcane industry, and they wait the hours. They wait in a queue up to until that sugarcane was offloaded. So then after they reach to house, so then the women who are working in the fields, they are walked the 1 or 2 kilometers to Kopis, reach to Kopis, and then they made the food for their family, and they did not have any leisure time. They worked in the fields as well as they made the food for their family, and then next day they will be ready for work to next day. So like that their conditions. So the children was denied for education and some other many difficulties they are faced. So we have to discuss later. So in this topic we have learned that okay, so in this topic, so what are the works over seasonal and the seasonal and temporary works? Mostly where we have found means agriculture fields. In agriculture fields we have found. So before I was told you the Maharashtra sugarcane cutters. Then the plantation works also. Plantation works. Next mining or quarries works, and the construction laborers, casual workers, construction laborers, and the brick kilns. So in all these etc. in many places the seasonal works are happening. So now we will discuss in some places which are prominent. The workers were migrated. Seasonal migration took place from within the state. Within the state they are migrated from one place to another place, like Bardhaman district in West Bengal, Bardhaman. So there the Bardhaman district has the large the rice fields. They produce large quantity of rice fields are there. So at the time the surrounding places people nearly 5 lakhs the laborers were migrated to the Bardhaman district and did work, and then after they reached to their native place. Like that, the seasonal migration took place in West Bengal, Bardhaman district in West Bengal. Next, Saura tribes. Saura tribes, these are the people in Assam. Saura male were migrated to, they did work in tea plantation. So they do the work in tea plantations. Saura tribes, Saura men were migrated seasonally. So next, the Maunda and the Santal tribals. Maunda and Santal tribals in Odisha. Mostly these people were migrated to do works in the mining fields in Assam. So you have to remember here the one thing, that is this migration was taking place within the state only. They are migrated within the state. Their state people only, they were moved from one place to another place. So do you know already the migration was mostly regional migration. So 84% of the people were migrating from one village to another village, one town to another town, one town to village, village to town. Like that, the most of the migration, 84% of the migration was the short distance migration. Short distance migration means within the state migration. Okay, short distance migration taking place in India. So next to the Kerala, nearly 50,000 women, Keralites, were migrated to Mumbai, Maharashtra. They do the work in fish processing. So annually, the 50,000 Keralites annually, they were migrated to Maharashtra, and they do the work in the fish processing. Okay, fish processing work. Like that, the people across India, they are migrating within the states. They are migrating seasonal and temporary migration taking place. So now another small topic you have to learn, that is about the National Commission of Rural Labor. Yes. National Commission of Rural Labor. National Commission of Rural Labor. This is one of the organization. It is working for the welfare of the laborers, migrants. So National Commission of Rural Labor. So according to its report in 1990s, what are the reasons behind the seasonal and temporary migration? It was explained that uneven development and regional disparities. Uneven development, there is no development in such places. So that's why the people, they are not have employment, so they are migrated to other places. Uneven development and regional disparities means some of the lands are fertile lands and some different. So these two are the main reasons, and also some other reasons also there. That is, one is the regional disparities and uneven development. Another one is the tribal lands were captured by the outsiders. In some places, they took the tribal lands and captured for different reasons. So mining activities, they did the mining activities. They did get the contract from the governments and captured the hilly regions and forest regions. So the local people was local people was forced to vacate that places. So vacating to going to another place, dislocated. The local people was dislocated due to the tribal regions were captured by the outsiders. So for mining activities and plantations and some other uses, for that purpose they are migrated. So some other points also there I will explain you. So yes, so people were dislocated for their places and doing the temporary migrated to other places. Cultural sector, employment, go to native places. So as there the people were dislocated for their places and doing was dislocated due to the tribal regions were captured by the outsiders. So for mining activities and plantations and some other uses for that purpose they are migrated. So some other points also there I will explain you. So yes, so dams means large dams were constructed means they need to vacate those places surrounding the dam area. The water was so like that. When the dams were constructed, mining activities, these all the reasons. So are there the people were dislocated for their places and doing the temporary migrated to other places. Cultural sector employment go to native places. So like in agriculture sector employed go to the native places of migration and recruited. Yes, in some regions. So see, in Delhi is famous for quarries. Means mining activities are mostly done in surrounding places of the Delhi. So the owners of the quarries, the owners of the mining, they directly go to the workers, casual villages, and they recruit the laborers. Directly they recruit the laborers from different places and especially in quarries in New Delhi. At the same time, coffee plantations in Karnataka. Coffee plantations in Karnataka. So the owners of the coffee plantation, they directly recruited the workers in the village areas and they fulfill their requirements. So next, the Karnataka coffee plantation is famous. New Delhi quarries, they recruited workers from villages directly. Then after farming, Punjab is very famous. Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh famous for irrigation. So paddy and other cultivation. The agriculture is most prominent in Punjab. So the owners of the paddy fields, they directly recruited the laborers from different places on contract basis, and they worked as a casual day wages they took, and weekly wages, monthly wages, and yearly they did contract, they took contract and they worked in different work. So this is the topic I was explained you, that is about the seasonal and temporary migration. Here we have learned some points. So I hope that children you got my points. So in the next class I will explain about what happens when people migrate. Okay, thank you.